So, Donald Trump has just apparently gotten over his illness, which we're going to talk about how that's probably not true. Though it seems to be a message of the right now that Donald Trump is clearly over COVID-19, that COVID-19, the China plague, as he likes to call it, is not as bad as the Democrats like you to think. He's on his Trump train now, and he's doing his normal thing. And we thought maybe that this would humble him. Now, let's talk about something first. And it's that at the end of all this, and it's not the end, most likely. Don't know for sure. But COVID is a very strange illness. He decided to take a trip back with photographers and all these people. Let's not even talk about how he put people at risk. These people probably volunteered, I hope, or maybe have had the virus before. I hope. I really don't know. But let's not even talk about that. Let's discuss that Trump stood on the balcony, and the conspiracy theorists on the left have already kind of gotten into that Alex Jones weird conspiracy theory side of YouTube, where they're uploading these videos and they're like zooming in and replaying clips like, oh, they have those lizard eyes and Hillary Clinton is a lizard, and the left is doing something similar. Let it be it. We are in more realistic territory, though. It's that weird part of YouTube, admittedly. So we have a clip here, and I'm going to play it, and it seems to show Trump is gasping for air. Maybe. It's really hard to confirm or deny that's actually what's going on with the president in this footage. But here, I want you to look at this. It does look like Trump is displaying some symptoms. He did release a video after this, and he was talking normally. He looked fine. Keep in mind, this is a 74-year-old man who just climbed some stairs to get up to this balcony, so he's probably not in the greatest of shape. But he did look weird, and I noticed it when I was watching it live. I was like, but I'm also biased in the fact that he has COVID, and I'm looking for symptoms. So it looked like he was short of breath here, and everyone was jumping onto it. Now, why is this important? Well, the reason this is important is because Trump is going for a political narrative that the virus is nothing to fear. He's done this on Twitter. He just recently put something on Twitter saying, don't fear the virus, don't let it dominate your life. We have many therapeutics. We'll get into that also in a second, how the therapeutics that he took are not available to the public. He's already gone on this semi-downplaying role, and he's doing it again. He wants to make it look like the illness is not as bad. He's doing what Bolsonaro did I hope I didn't butcher his name, of Brazil. He's doing exactly what he did. He got the illness, and he started to downplay it as a mild case. Now, it's looking like Trump did not have a mild case, and he's trying to downplay it as a mild case so he could downplay the virus, which is why he wanted to go to the hospital, get out as quickly as possible after feeling maybe a bit better, and do this media campaign of, don't worry about this, we have all these therapeutics. Now, Trump received, what is the name of the steroid? It is related to prednisone. It's something a zone. It starts with a D. Pardon me that I forgot the name of it, but it's related to prednisone. It's a steroid, and it's usually given to patients who are either low on oxygen, which we learned that he did have drops in his oxygen levels, or patients on a ventilator. So he was not having a mild case of this. He was also given remdesivir, which is an antiviral drug, and an antibody treatment that is not in the public. I think it's in stage 2 of F trials, which is through FDA regulation. And I think he is only one. I heard this, and please look this up just in case I'm wrong, that he is one of 10 outside of people of clinical trials who received this. So not only 10 people received it, but 1 of 10 outside of clinical trials that have received this antibody therapy. So it seems rather clear that his illness wasn't as mild as he'd like to play. And he does say, I wasn't feeling so good. That is, I don't know, looking a bit into his words, but it does seem like, he had a rough case of this. And it's not over. Particularly, the right is already going for a message that he's got it, he's recovered, it's all already over, the virus is not that bad. Look, this 74-year-old man has survived it. It's not even clear if he survived it. The virus has not run its course. And the reason I mention that is because many doctors say that the course of the virus is not really critical until 7 to 14 days or after a week into 2 weeks, that you know what path the virus is going to take. And it does have, if you go to Reddit, COVID positive, or if you look at studies on this, there are people that describe waning and waxing of symptoms. So the symptoms will decline, and they'll feel great, and then suddenly they'll hit a big second wave that is worse than the first, and that's usually where the worst symptoms come about. Now, President Trump could most definitely experience this. This is possible, and he might not, and to his credit, I hope he doesn't. I don't think he's as bad as Hitler. I'm not saying that he's a good person, but I don't think he's as bad as Hitler. I don't really have empathy for him if he does have a pretty severe case, but I don't wish it upon him. And there's a distinction there, but it's not here to talk about that. What matters is that the message that they're trying to get out and what he actually experienced is likely dishonest. And the reason these videos are coming about, that the left is kind of getting into this conspiracy theory territory, is because you cannot trust anything that comes out of this White House. They've been known to lie, and they're likely lying here. And we can already see that with the doctors having to change their message. He was never on oxygen, so then he was on oxygen, and then, the chief of staff coming out right after and saying that he's not having a great case. And we just have these weird things coming out about the president's illness. And of course, he has political reason up the ass to play it down. Let's be honest. He wants to play this thing down, and he will do it in whatever way he can, and it only makes sense that he will. So, at the end of the day, that's what we have, and we won't know his true course until probably 7 days to 14 days in. At 7 days, if he's feeling absolutely better, it's over. It's probably over, and great. He had a moderate to bad case. He wasn't on a ventilator, but whatever. It is what it is. So, either way, thank you for watching. Sorry I haven't been uploading in a while. I do hope to get the world is just getting more interesting by the day, and hope to cover some more stuff, and hopefully more what's meaningful to the American public. So, thank you for watching. This has been Poverty's Voice, signing off.